Hello my dear friends, my name is Shailen Kumar Gupta. I am here with my new video, and after watching this video you will be able to understand the physical significance of active and reactive powers, and also you will be able to understand the capacitors and inductive circuits behavior in our electrical power system. So let's get started. Active power and reactive power are concepts that is very interesting in electrical science. The both of these concept just tell you the flow of energy in a circuit. So if we talk about a plain circuit connect having one voltage source and one resistance, so we know that this is an AC. We know that if the voltage is like this sinusoidal, then the current will be in phase with this voltage source. Okay, so this is V, this is I. Now, if we say see the power flow, the flow of energy in the circuit, then you can power is what? Power is V into I. So in a first half cycle, the power will be positive because V and I are positive, and in the negative half cycle as well, it will be positive because both current and voltage are positive. So it is a unidirectional power flow. So in resistive circuits, uh, the power the energy is flowing from the voltage source to the resistance only. But if we talk about, let us say, capacitive circuit, a purely capacitive circuit, then we know that in here, if the voltage is sinusoidal, the current will lead the voltage by 90 degree. So let us say this is the current. Okay, so this is the voltage, this is the current. Now you can see when uh, these could be divided in four quarters. So in first quarter you can see the voltage and current is positive, so we can say that the power is like this. Okay, then we can see the voltage is positive and current is negative, so the power has to be negative. And similarly there will be a positive and negative again. Okay, so we can see that in a full cycle there are two cycle of power. So this is for power. So there are two complete cycle of power. It means the power will first flow from voltage source to current the capacitor, then from capacitor to voltage source, then again from voltage source to capacitor, then again from capacitor to voltage source. What is happening here? The capacitor is storing energy. The voltage source is uh, sending the energy, and it is being stored in the capacitor. Now in the next quarter, the capacitor will release its own energy to the voltage source. Okay. So similarly, we can talk about the inductor as well. In inductor, the current lags the voltage source by 90 degree. So again, there will be the uh, power will be flowing from voltage source to the inductor, and then from inductor to voltage source. So net delivery of power in complete cycle is zero. So we can see in a resistive circuit, the power is unidirectional, but in capacitive or inductive circuit, the power is just circulating in the circuit. It is just keep on coming and going. Okay. So if we draw the phasor diagram of this, let us say the V is the reference. So IL we can write IC we can write as to be leading the voltage source, and IL we can write as to be lagging the voltage source. So if in a circuit there are both capacitor and inductor, then while the capacitor is charging, the inductor is discharging. Okay, so if we have one circuit in which we can have this one capacitor and one inductor, we place this capacitor, charged capacitor, then in one cycle it will supply the energy to this inductor, and in the next cycle the inductor will supply the energy to this capacitor, and this will keep on circulating. If there is no resistance in the circuit, then this will happen uh, till infinity. Okay, so these things always happen in our power system as well. The capacitive elements used to just generate the reactive power. So we call this as to be reactive power, which is not being consumed, just flow, just circulating in the circuit. So when we are talking about active and reactive power, then it is incomplete if you do not talk about the effect of these reactive powers on the system. Let us say we want to send 100 joules of energy from source to the load, which is far from the source. Okay, and also 20 joules of energy is flowing as reactive power in the circuit. Now the line capacity has to be designed such that it could take 120 joule of energy. So we have to design our line for 120 joules, and higher the power transmission, higher will be the losses in the transmission. So these reactive power used to reduce the capacity of transmission line to transmit those active powers. So why we need these reactive power then? Why not only send the uh, whole active power only from source to load? It is called unity power factor operation. When we have zero reactive powers in the system. So these reactive powers are what are being generated, are being uh, exchanged by those capacitors and inductors in your power system. So where you find these inductors? These inductors you find in your motors, generators, and all. So these requires those reactive power to develop the magnetic field in the machine. We have talked in our previous lecture. I will give the link in the description box. But these all these coils used to suck those reactive currents to generate the magnetic field in the machine. And until and unless magnetic field is not present in the machine doesn't work. So we need in our system to supply those motors and generators the their reactive power demand. Okay, that's why what we do in system to just simplify this, we used to connect those reactive power compensators. Like we connect a capacitor, a condenser near the reactive power demand site. Okay, then what will happen? This capacitor will itself feed the reactive power to these motors. Okay, and therefore the source from the central sources which are far from the load, they need not send the reactive power to those load and generators. They only need to supply the active powers. Reactive powers are being supplied by the nearby devices. So I will talk about this a bit more when I will upload my synchronous machines uh, uh, lecture. For that, for getting those videos, just subscribe this channel and press the bell icon so that you get the notification for that. Okay, thank you for that. And if you have got any doubts, so please tell me in the comment box. I will happy to answer them. Okay, thank you for now.